are on, a global superstar is on the field, and then you have this underdog opponent who's looking to just crash the whole party. That was a setup for the absolutely insane opening night between Inter Miami and Austin FC, and we are going to break down every single key moment. You know, the energy was just electric, and the commentator absolutely nailed it from the get-go. Inter Miami opening up their building hosting Austin FC. You could just feel it. This was not just another game on the schedule. This was a huge event. And believe me, the action on the field lived up to every bit of that hype, right from the first whistle. And when I say it lived up to the hype, I mean it started with an absolute bang. Let's get right into this fiery start because we saw 2 goals hit the back of the net in just the first 10 minutes. I mean, this opening was pure, unfiltered chaos. We're only 3 minutes in, and Austin FC is already inches away from scoring, smacking a shot off the post. Then, not even a minute later, they do it. Galtia Brew with a perfect header silences the home crowd and gets the first ever goal in that new stadium. But, that celebration didn't last long, because by the 10th minute, who else but Lionel Messi had already answered back. The commentator's call really just says it all, doesn't it? Opening new stadium to who else? Lionel Messi. You kind of felt it was inevitable, right? That he'd be the guy to score Inter Miami's first goal in their new home, and he delivered almost right away. And look, this wasn't just some symbolic feel-good goal. This header was already Messi's 5th goal of the year. The man was in red-hot form, and this equalizer was him basically saying, all right, party's over, we're back in this fight. So those early goals were just the appetizer. As the game went on, it really became the story of near misses and what-ifs, with the goalposts, the woodwork, playing a huge, huge role for one team in particular. Yeah, for Austin FC, the woodwork was basically their biggest opponent. They hit the post not once, but twice in this game. I mean, you have to feel for them. On any other night, the scoreboard could have looked totally different. And here's the thing you gotta understand. This wasn't just them getting unlucky. As the analysis pointed out, that's just unlucky. Perfect technique, it's a clinic with runs off the ball. What that means is Austin was creating these fantastic chances through really smart, well-designed plays. These weren't just hopeful kicks. They were inches away from taking complete control of the game. So, this all leads us to the real tactical chess match of the night, this clash of styles. You had Austin's lightning speed going up against Miami's possession-heavy game. Okay, so here's the breakdown. Enter Miami, they've got Messi playing as a false 9, which means he likes to drop back from that forward position to get the ball. The idea is to control possession, patiently build up your attack. But Austin, they were the complete opposite. They were all about being dynamic and direct. They were totally fine letting Miami have the ball, because they knew that the second they won it back, all that space Messi left behind would be wide open for a quick counterattack. And we saw their game plan work to absolute perfection on their second goal. Let's walk through it. Step 1. They steal the ball from Lionel Messi himself in midfield. That's the exact trigger they were waiting for. Step 2. They immediately play the perfect forward pass right into the space he just left. And step 3, a cool, calm finish. It was just devastatingly simple and brutally effective. The commentary team was just blown away by it. What a counterattack by Austin FC. They've been the more dynamic and more dangerous team. And that really hits the nail on the head. While Miami had more of the ball, it was Austin's direct, speedy approach that was consistently creating the bigger, more dangerous chances. But with Miami now trailing 2-1, the whole feel of the game shifted. It turned into this incredible personal duel, a real one-on-one battle, Lionel Messi versus the Austin goalkeeper. Seriously, this became the entire story of the second half. It was just, how many times could Lionel Messi come agonizingly close to scoring? Let's just run through some of these chances. It was unreal. So first up, there's this moment. Messi, just wide. He went for the far post, it was close. He finds that little pocket of space, curls it towards that far corner, and it's just inches away. You can almost hear the entire stadium hold its breath on that one. Then there was this moment of just pure magic. Messi, what a touch, saved by Stewart, held his ground, keeps Austin in front. An absolutely incredible first touch gets him past the defender, he's one-on-one with the keeper, but the keeper, Brad Stewart, just stands his ground and makes a monster save. And finally, we get to the peak of their duel. The commentator could barely even handle it. Messi, oh my God, what a save. This was the best chance of them all. I mean, a goal looked absolutely certain, but Stewart somehow pulls off this world-class, sprawling save to deny him again. Just incredible stuff from the keeper. So all of that, it was just the setup for the final few minutes. Let's get into the absolute chaos of the final moments, which saw a super late equalizer and a game winner get called back. Okay, so time is running out. Miami is throwing everything they have forward. A ball gets whipped into the box, and suddenly all that chaos turns into a massive celebration. It's 2-2. Berto redirects it. Just talk about the right spot at the right time. After a frustrating game, the striker just pops up, gets a touch, and buries it. A classic poacher's goal to tie it up right at the death. The stadium was absolutely electric. And then it happened. A free kick for Messi in the dying seconds. He curls it smacks off the post, and it goes in. The players are going crazy, the crowd erupts. It looked like a total Hollywood ending, a 3-2 victory, sealed by the superstar. But then, you hear the commentators say the words that just change everything. But the flag is up. The assistant referee's flag is raised. He's spotted an offside. The goal is being reviewed, and the whole celebration just comes to a screeching halt. So what exactly happened here? Let's do a quick refresher on the offside rule. Basically, a player is offside if they are closer to the other team's goal than both the ball and the second-to-last defender, right when the ball is kicked to them and they get involved in the play. And that is exactly what the official saw. As the analyst points out, keep an eye on where Suarez is. He's offside, perfect position from the assistant referee. So Luis Suarez, even though he didn't touch the ball, was in an offside position and was ruled to be blocking the goalie's view. It was a tough break for Miami, but ultimately it was the correct call. And so after all that, the first ever match in the stadium ends in a wild 2-2 draw, which kind of leaves us with this one big question. After a game with so much drama, which team leaves that field with more regret? Is it Inter Miami, who just missed out on that storybook win in front of their home crowd? Or is it Austin FC, who hit the post twice and were just moments away from a massive, historic victory on the road? That is a tough one to answer.